Alright, what's going on, everybody? Jason Trio here with Bitrio.com. Today is Wednesday, November 25th, 2020. And in this video, I wanted to go over our new Axie scholarship teams. We are now up to 10 Axie scholarships, and they are all out. I had to take one away from somebody, but I gave it to somebody else, and one person didn't respond to their private message on Discord, so I gave that team to somebody else as well. So I have a waiting list on the Discord, so just join my Discord. I'll put you on the waiting list. When a new team opens up, I will just go down a list and just DM people. If you don't respond, I'll give you 24 hours. If you don't respond, I just move on to the next person. You have to earn at least 100 SLP a day, which is 3,000 SLP a month. You have to commit to only one person, one account. You cannot have another account. You cannot multi-account. You cannot be in another scholarship, or your account will get banned and you're just going to lose all the SLP. It's going to waste your time, so don't do that. One account per person. And you got to play a lot. I mean, you got to be willing to earn, you know. We're in this to earn and help out new people. So those are the rules. So once I earn some money from these scholarships, I will consider making new teams. Right now, I have no money. I turned 2 Ethereum. I had 2 Ethereum, and I turned it into 0.02 Ethereum. So I went from 2 Ethereum to 0.02 Ethereum, making these 10 teams, dude. Spent about $1,000 on these 10 teams, and hopefully I could get some money off of these SLPs, get a little bit of income coming in, and then I could just invest it right back into the scholarship program, make some new scholarships. And also, as people leave, people are probably going to earn some Ethereum from the SLP. They're going to want to make their own teams. You don't have to, but I'm sure people are going to want to do that, and that'll open up more teams as well. So hang tight. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, everyone, for joining the Discord. And hey, what's up, ABC? Thanks for the follow. And just have patience. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. I ain't got all the money. All right, let's see here. I got to post this stream so people can join. Let's see. Post to Hive, baby. All right, hopefully that worked. All right, so let's go over these teams. So you already know about team 1, team 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's start with the new teams. All right, team 7. So here's team Axie player 7. Team 7. Thanks for the follow, Orada Halor. All right, so we got a plant tank here, a pretty good plant tank with a double heal, 59 health, pretty strong, 35 speed, pretty good for a healing plant. You don't really want a 31 speed healer because you might not get a chance to heal. So 35 speed, not bad. You're probably going to be faster than the opponent's tank, unless it's an aquatic or something else. So we got a double heal here, and we have a 0-cost card, Cattail Slap with a watering can aqua stock. So watering can is really good here. High defense, 90 shield, pretty good. And you gain 1 energy if you're hit by an aquatic card. So if your opponent has aquatic cards, you can try to time the game when you think they might play it. Usually turn 1's a good time to play aqua stock if your opponent has aqua cards. If they don't have any aqua cards, then you want to play it just for the shield ability. Maybe combo it with one of the heals, because one of the worst things that could happen is you go to heal on your tank and your tank gets killed. So you want to combo the heals with some shield here. These two might be good. And so you got energy gain against aquatics on this tank, and you have card draw against beast, bugs, or mechs. So if your opponent has beast, bug, or mech cards and you play Cattail Slap, you're going to draw a card. So you got energy gain versus aquatics, you got card draw versus beast, bugs, and mechs, and you got heal versus everyone. So a pretty decent tank here, almost max health, 59 health. So just he's a pure rose, so all his recessives He's only got one breed too, so I'm gonna breed this guy out. That's another thing with these Axies, can enable me to offer more scholarships by breeding. I could breed these Axies out here. So this guy has a pure rose. I find a mate. I breed these two together. Then all of a sudden I got another baby. I got another plant. I got another tank that can make another team. It just takes time though. You know, when you breed, you got to wait like 6 days to morph it to adult. And it costs a lot of money, dude. I bred, what did I do here? I actually, here's my collection. I got 52 Axies and I bred 4 beasts. I went out and bought 2 beasts for 0.1 ETH, which is like 50 bucks. I think it was like 100 bucks. I bought 2 beasts for 100 bucks with 0 breeds, and then I bred them together 4 times and made 4 babies. Each breed costs about $12, $13, so another $50. So I spent $150 to make these dudes. But once these become adults, November 29th is when I can turn them to adults. I'll then have virgin rimps that I can offer to new players. So it's like a snowball, you know, it's a continuous grow. And you could do that as well with your team. Once you get you earn enough SLP, you earn enough Ethereum, you can choose to buy your Axies and then just start breeding, making a farm, and you can just have a ton of Axies to play. All right, so back to the squad here. Where are we on? Axie player 7. All right, so this is a pretty good plant tank. Combos with a rimp. Now, we talked about the rimp. You don't want this beast to be the fastest on your team. A beast or a bug, you don't want it to be the fastest on your team ever. We talked about the rimp combo in, I think it was yesterday's video, where you have to play Ronin with at least 2 other cards. You should never play a Ronin by itself. You should never play a Ronin with 2 cards. Has to be 3 total cards, including a Ronin, for you ever to play it. And Imp should be one of the cards you combo with. You could do Ronin Goda, Ronin Cottontail. You could do that, but you're not going to get the full potential of the combo unless you combine it with Imp. That way you gain the energy. But if you're trying to kill a plant, you have to kill an Axie. You can do Ronin Goda, Ronin Cottontail. As long as you do 3 cards with Ronin, you'll get the double crit. The only card you can play by itself is Goda. You play a Goda, it destroys one of your opponent's energy. This is a good card to play on turn 1. Opponents usually hold energy, or if your opposing Axie is in last stand and you think they're just going to pass the turn, you can slap a Goda out there, kill their Axie in last stand, and if they don't play anything, you destroy one of their energies. So it's a good play there. Cottontail too. I see a lot of people overusing Cottontail. Like you feel like you have to use it every turn. You should hold Cottontail and combo it with your Rimp, Ronin Imp. Hold the Cottontail so that you have 3 cards on your beast. If you keep using your Cottontail, you're gonna have a ton of energy. Is it laggy? Yeah, the stream might be a little laggy. It says 0% drop frames though. So Cottontail, you don't want to keep using it and wind up with a ton of energy and less cards, because if you use a card, you can draw that same card again and again and again. So you should only be using these Rimp cards when you have 3 cards, and try to kill an Axie in 1 turn. Thanks for the follow, EC. That's kind of the name of the game with Axie, is like burst damage. You want to do burst damage to your opponent's Axies. You want to kill an Axie all in 1 turn. Because there's Axies that have heals, like this plant tank. You don't want to beat this Axie down a little bit and then let the Axie heal back up. You want to kill that damn Axie in 1 turn. So you kind of want to save your energy a little bit. All right, now this is the only account, Axie Player 7, that has 4 Axies, because originally when I made the team, I made a double Cottontail, and it seemed like maybe it was lacking a little damage. So I threw another Axie Player 7's way. I threw this aquatic Miss Muffin his way, and this is a good Axie here. It doesn't have any aquatic cards, no on-class cards, but it's the fastest Axie on the team at 44 speed. It protects the Rimp, and it has Hair Dagger. So Hair Dagger is draw a card if this Axie attacks at the beginning of the round. So if this Axie is the first Axie to attack in the round, you'll draw a card. So you normally want Hair Dagger on your fastest Axie. Another combo that this card has is Nutcracker. So Nutcracker Mouth will deal 120% extra damage when combined with another Nutcracker card. So you can play this Nutcracker by itself. Hey, LCC, what's up, bud? You can play this by itself, but generally you want to wait until you have 2 Nutcrackers in hand and combine these, combo these together. 2 Nutcrackers. All right, another one we have here is Jaguar Nitro Leap. This is a good card. I confirm that it is working as advertised. If your Axie's in last stand, you can feel free to play this card. Even if you're not the fastest Axie on the board, if you're in last stand, you will attack first as long as... Yeah, that's weird that it's saying it's laggy. I have 0 dropped frames. I wonder why it's saying it's laggy. Thanks for the follow. CISO Phony. What is it doing? Is it just dropping out? Stuttering or what? It says I have drop frame 0%. 11 minutes live. 60 frames per second. It's only using 9% of my CPU. So I don't know what the deal is. I'll have to watch it back or whatever. I mean, it looks good on my screen, but I don't know. All right, so Nitro Leap, you can always play this first if you're in last stand and your Axie will attack first, even if he's not the fastest. And Bumpy. This is an 80-20, you know, kind of a defensive move here where you recover 20 shield per turn. So every card that's played, you'll recover 20 shield. So this is more of a defensive move. And there you go. So pretty solid T. You got Plant, Rimp, Aquatic. You can put Plant, Aquatic, Rimp. Either order will work. Mess around and try that out. So there's the combos on that team. I guess we'll go over this Aquatic real quick though. So Sirius, here's the combo here. Sirius, this steals an opponent energy from your opponent, but it has to be played with one other card. So you can do double Sirius, Sirius with Shoalstar, or Sirius with Cottontail. Now remember, don't overuse your Cottontail. And with Sirius, you have to play with another card. And here we go, Snail Shell. This is strictly a defensive card. 40-60 shield. Only play Snail Shell when you're going to be attacked. So if you're the frontline Axie, or if this is the fastest Axie on your team, you're expecting a little owl, or maybe a wing horn, or maybe this Axie's in the back and you're expecting a shrimp or a toothless bite, whatever. You can look at the cards and learn all the combos. That's the only time you should be playing Snail Shell, is when you're expecting to be attacked. Save it. Save it. Don't play it as an attack card. You play it as a defensive card. Here's your star. This is your attack card. Sirius is a control card. And, you know, this guy doesn't do a lot of damage. So that's why I threw this extra Aquatic. Because the Beast is doing a ton of heavy lifting if you got this Aquatic here. I do like this Aquatic, but this might not be the build with it. So the best team is probably this Plant, Beast, and then Miss Muffin here in the back, this Aquatic. All right, Axie Player 8. So Axie Player 8, dude, this team is very interesting. Very interesting. I gave up one of my awesome plants here. This dude, I love this plant. I just picked him up recently, 0.08, pretty damn cheap. And he's amazing. He's awesome in the back. I would say the weakest card is probably Yam. But other than that, I mean, Prickly Trap, Biden's Goda in the back. Oh my goodness. Nasty, disgusting card. All right, so for this team, we got the Rimp combo again. Pretty popular, pretty common combo. The more you play it, the better you'll get with it. But the interesting card and Axie on this team is this tank, this Aquatic tank. So again, we have a Rosebud heal. It's a double heal. We have a Rosebud heal, but the Herbivore Mouth, unlike Zigzag on the previous plant tank, this will only heal on plants. So it will only heal if you're attacking plants. Zigzag will heal on any Axie. Sponge, good defense. If someone breaks your shield, an on-class card as well, you get a little extra shield here. You get attack plus. So the combo would be maybe like Sponge, Herbivore. You get attack boost, and you get the heal. You get a higher heal. So make sure if you do have the attack boost that you lead with herbivore and not shipwreck. You don't want to lead with sponge. You want to, unless you're not facing a plant tank, unless you're facing somebody else. You're going to want to get that extra attack damage on this herbivore if you're attacking a plant to heal up. All right, but the interesting card is Ant. And I hope they buff this card. But for now, we're going to play it as it is. So Ant, Chemical Warfare, applies Stench to the enemy for 1 round. And what Stench does is it makes all your other Axies skip the Axie with Stench. So if you have Stench, Chemical Warfare, you have to make sure that the Axie that has that Stench, Ant Tail, is the fastest on your team. And that's what we did here. 43 speed, 41 speed, 33 speed. So the combo here is you play Ant on your tank first to act. It applies Stench to your opponent's tank. Then you play your Rimp combo or Goda, Yam, Cactus, whatever, any damage you want to do. And you skip the first Axie of your opponent and you blow up the middle Axie. That's the combo. Normally, people are going to be playing high shields on their plants, high shields on their tanks. And you can totally bypass that with this Ant combo. You play Ant, apply Stench to the opposing tank, and then you blow them up with Rimp, Goda, Cactus, Yam, Goda. That's the combo. So you have to hold. You have to hold a little bit on this team. You can poke your opponent with Goda. You got double Goda for some energy control. If your opponent's just chilling, not doing much, you can poke with the Goda to make them play cards into your healing tank. But once you have a few energy saved up, you should go for the Blitz. Play the Ant, apply the Stench on the opposing opponent's tank. Then blow them up with your Rimp combo, or if it's an aquatic or a bird in the middle, this Cactus is going to do wonders. Now Cactus you want on your slowest Axie, 33 speed, pretty good here. You'll get the 120 boost damage if this Axie attacks last, and he usually will attack last unless your opponent's tank is slower. Bidens, you shouldn't use that unless you have poison or something, or you're stunned, your Axie. Save that for the end. Save that for when it's one-on-one in the back, which this Axie has a really good advantage one-on-one, because normally the last Axie you're going to face is going to be a bird or an aquatic. Notice I don't have any birds in this build. In any of my builds, my 10 scholarships, 0 birds. RC Tech would be proud. We're hating on those birds. We're going to destroy those birds. All right, so, and I could have picked up a bird, 0.08 for a Toothless Bite, 61 speed, Virgin. I slept on it because that's before I was doing the scholarship. Now I should have bought it, looking back. Hey, Jason, when are we going to start scholarship? Hey, we're going to start it soon, man. We got it. 10 slots, $1,000 invested, and once I start seeing a return on my money, once I start getting some money, I'm gonna start doing some other stuff. So, patience. Hold tight. Thanks for your patience. All right, so this guy right here, yeah, the main thing is just Yam first. Play the poison first, and this will put the little skull and crossbones on opposing Axies. They're poisoned. Every card played after that, the Axie's going to take 3 damage. I think it's 3 damage. They might have nerfed it to 2 damage, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 damage. So you play Yam first. Boom, they get hit with the 30 damage. You play a Goda. Boom, they get hit with the 80 damage plus the 3 damage from the Yam. Boom, you play a Cactus. They get hit with the 110 plus the 3 damage. And any card they play as well, even any card that any of your other Axies play as well, will tick away at a poisoned opponent. So 3 damage every card that anyone plays. 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. So it's really strong on Aquas, Birds, low health Axies. It's even pretty good on Beasts. So this is Axie Player 8's team. The Ant combo. You want to save up your energy, take some beats on your aquatic, play some shield, heal up, and then once you have enough energy, you want to blitz the Ant into the Goda or the Cactus. Now, you don't always have to play the ant strategy because you're not always going to draw the ant strategy. You might simply just do a Goda, a Rip Goda, turn 1, blow up your opponent's tank, or Ronin Imp, Ronin Goda, turn 1, blow up your opponent's tank. Now it's 3-on-2, and you can ant the middle guy, the middle Axie, and destroy the back Axie with the ant combo. So there's a lot of play with this team. All right, Axie player 9 has a plant aqua build. No beast, no bug. Double aqua. All right, so this tank is pretty good. 56 health with heal, a huge pumpkin October treat shield. This will allow you to get some card draw here. If you play this pumpkin shield and your opponent doesn't break it, you'll draw a card. So that's pretty good. You got zigzag, which will 50 damage, will heal your Axie for 50, and it will give you a 50 shield. You got wooden stab, which is pretty good offensive move here, where you're gonna hit for 100 damage, and if your opponent breaks the 40 shield, you'll deal extra 120% damage. Potato Leaf, very good card, high shield and decent damage too, 70-80. But the ability on this card is where it's interesting. If you play this card, you cannot be targeted by aquatic cards if you have teammates remaining, of course. So if you play this Potato Leaf with low health, you know, maybe you want to play Potato Leaf into Zigzag to heal up, and your opponent plays an aquatic card, it's going to go and hit one of these back Axies. I put this Axie in the middle, so it's going to hit this Axie. So it can save your plant for a turn if you're trying to heal. You can play the Potato Leaf into a heal and try to save. And we pretty much just have beaters here. 2 aquatic beaters. So I didn't want to be all aquatic. I got this guy here, who is your fastest on the team, 53 speed, and he has 2 beast moves. He's got Furball and Hair Dagger. So you'll be able to beat a plant up pretty good. Hair Dagger will draw a card if this Axie attacks first. And look at this guy too, with the Mavis eyes. I think he looks pretty cool too. And he was cheap too, 0.06? What? Dude, you can get some good deals on the market, man. If you just look on the market, you can really find some good deals. So we're just straight beaten down with this Axie right here. Potato Leaf will help trigger your Angry Lamb. So if your HP is below 50% on this Axie, you'll deal 120% damage with this Angry Lamb. So that you could use Potato Leaf to get this Axie low on health and then trigger this Angry Lamb. With this Shoal Star, this should always be the last card that you play in your combo. So you could do something like Hair Dagger, Angry Lamb, Shoal Star. Whenever you're playing multiple cards on this Axie, Shoal Star should be your last card played, because the ability of Shoal Star is target cannot enter last stand if this card brings its HP to 0. So in Axie, if you just knock an opponent down to 0, let's say they have 120 health and you do 125 damage to them, they're gonna go into last stand. That's when they're this big flaming ball of fire. They're in last stand and they get a couple ticks. You'll see the notches. Maybe it'll be 1 long bar, maybe it'll be 2, maybe it'll be 3. That's how many cards played until they're dead. So anyone can play a card and that will remove 1 tick from that Axie. What Shoal Star will do is it will prevent them from going into last stand. So let's say they have 120 health. You hit them with Shoal Star for 120 damage. They're not going to go into last stand. They're just going to die. But if you hit them with Hair Dagger and they had 120 health and you deal 120 damage to them, they are going to go into last stand. So always make sure you play Shoal Star last. All right, the next aquatic we have on Axie Player 9's team is the Bug Bully. Now, the Bug Bully is cool, man. He totally eats and destroys bugs. So generally, you're not going to see a bug in the tank spot in the 1 spot. You're probably going to see a bug in the 2 slot or the back slot. And the bug bully, he goes after him. So he has durable jump. With durable jump, it will skip the closest target if there are 2 or more enemies remaining. Now, in order to trigger or proc this ability, you must play durable jump first. And you should never play durable jump unless you're playing it first and you're skipping the tank or the first Axie. Save it, hold it. And also, you should probably never play this combo until you have 4 energy and 4 cards on Bug Bully. You don't want to durable jump and play 2 cards. You don't want to do durable jump plus 1, 2, and then leave the Axie just at low health. What's the point of that? Remember, largely the game is about blitzing and destroying your opponent's Axie in 1 turn. If you don't think you can kill your opponent's Axie, don't play any cards. Just wait, pass the turn. Wait until you have accumulated enough energy, enough cards where you could go in there and destroy the Axie. That's pretty much the name of the game. So what you should do is lead with durable jump always, then play 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 additional cards. 4 cards. Usually you should never be playing this guy with 1 or 2 cards by itself unless you got to blow up a tank or kill a tank. You should always be playing this guy with durable jump first to skip the tank or skip the first Axie. Then you play 3 additional cards behind it. So 4 total cards for this guy, and you're just looking to blow guys up. Now, if there is a bug in the middle or a bug in the back, Bug Splat is going to deal 50% more damage to that bug. It's going to totally blow that bug up. Also, if this guy somehow takes some damage and he's below 50%, you won't even have to play durable jump. You could lead with Hungry Bird and you will target the bug and be able to totally destroy the bug. Similar to Shoal Star, where Shoal Star should be your last card played, Oranda, Hero's Bane, should also be your last card played because this will end the Axie's last stand. So Shoal Star, Oranda, very similar. They'll stop an opponent's last stand. So Shoal Star will stop an Axie from going into last stand, and Oranda will just totally delete that player's last stand. They'll still be able to go into last stand, unfortunately, but if they're already in last stand, they got, say, 4 ticks, 5 ticks, 3 ticks, Oranda would just erase all their red dashes. It'll take it all away. 1 card. So always end with Oranda. Always end with Shoal Star when you're attacking your combos. And remember, it's about burst damage here. And with this guy, always lead with durable jump when you're skipping the front Axie. All right, that's Axie player 9. And the final team is Axie player 10. So this team is interesting as well. We have an aquatic tank with a zigzag heal and sponge, so you get the extra attack if the shield breaks for the heal. Got an on-class attack move here where you can get double attack plus. Clamshell will give you attack plus when you attack a beast, bug, or mech Axie. So you can have a double attack plus here into a big heal. And we also have the potato leaf where you could redirect any aquatic card. So if you're going to heal and you think your opponent's going to be hitting you with aquatic cards, you can play the potato leaf into a heal. And it'll save your aquatic from getting beat down. All right, so that's your tank. But the main combo on this team, the juicy juice on this team, are these 2 Axies right here. The plant and this bug, dude. This bug, I got a special place in my heart for this bug, dude. This is the bug I was talking about. I think he was like 0.6 or 0.7. And he was just going up. He was just going up. I was like, man, I hope nobody buys this guy. I mean, he does have 5 breeds, but I really think this guy's underrated. I think Scarab should be buffed, and I hope it is. But I really think that for a back Axie, and look at him. I mean, he just looks cool. He's got 2 Japanese parts. He's got the eye and the tail, both Japanese. He's badass. But just the set of cards here is really strong in my opinion. All right, so here's what we got. So we got discard, which is good. 0 cost card. It won't take any energy when you use it. We got Scarab, which will stop your opponent from healing. I think they should make this 2 rounds, but we'll see. Hopefully they buff this. You got Kestrel, which will disable your opponent's Axie's horn, so they won't be able to play their horn if you hit them with this. And then you got Bait, which will apply stun to an Axie if they hit you with an aquatic or bird card. So this guy's really good in the back because he has a 0 cost card. He has a stun for aquatics and birds, and usually you are going to face aquatic and birds in the back. And he has a disable. So with disable in the back, he's really good one-on-one. And I played a game with this guy and I was like, yeah, he's pretty good. He has a horn disable in the back, a stun in the back, and a discard in the back. And an anti-heal. Maybe you run into Pixel Busters, one of his teams, OG Nasty, where he's got the pincer, thorny, Kestrel. I mean, that's his combo pretty much. He's got that whole thing going on. And he's got the Rosebud aquatic in the back. That's why this needs to be 2-turned, because bugs are slow. So this needs to disable it, healing for 2 rounds, not just 1 round. Because, you know, the aquatic, he'll be able to heal anyway. It doesn't matter. He attacks first. So buff this shit. I think it'll be buffed. All right, so that's that guy. But the combo, the real combo, the real star is Noxious Blooms. Actually, is he the star? I don't know. Noxious Blooms is really cool. I don't know. Doku, man. My boy Doku in the back. The bug. He's my dude. All right, here we go. This dude has Shoal Star, which should be the last card you play to prevent your opponent from going into last stand. We discussed that. Very strong card. Zigzag, which a lot of these Axies do have. Heal. We're playing the attrition game. We're trying to last here. But here's the combo. Garish Worm and Thorny. So, Garish Worm will apply poison. And you'll know that an Axie's poisoned by this skull above their head. Apply poison to the Axie when played in a chain. And Thorny will deal 130% damage to debuff targets. So, poison is a debuff. So with this Axie, you always want to play Garish Worm first. Apply the poison. Then, hit him with the Thorny. So you could do Garish Worm, Thorny. You could do Garish Worm, Thorny, Thorny. You can do Garish Worm, Thorny, Star. You can do Garish Worm, Thorny, Thorny, Star. Just remember, you're always ending with Star. You're always leading with Garish Worm. And Drain Bite, the Zigzag, you never want to play this by itself if you have full health. You only want to do this if you're trying to heal. If you have low health on this Axie, heal. Otherwise, save it. You don't want to waste it. It's a weak attack, and you don't want to draw it again. You want to draw better cards. You want to draw your big bangers, your big defense, or your big damage cards. So don't play this just out of willy-nilly. All right, so the chain. We talked about combos. Combos are when you play 2 cards on the same Axie. But chains are when you play cards on 2 separate Axies. So, in order to enable this chain and get the poison on your opponent, you have to play a bug move in the same turn on your bug. So you can play Scarab, Pincer, or both. You really don't want to play this Bait. This is a defensive card. You only want to play this when you're expecting to be attacked for the big shield and you want to stay alive. So the only time you want to play Bait is when you're expecting to be attacked. It's defense. Usually you're only going to play it if you're expecting somebody to backdoor you and jump on your bug, or if it's a one-on-one situation, then you definitely want to play it. But for your attacking cards, your early round cards, Kestrel is really good, Scarab's really good, and Pincer's really good. In order to get the chain from your plant, you have to play one of these cards. You got to play Scarab or Pincer or both. Then you play Garish Worm, Thorny in the same turn. So in the same turn, it could look like you play nothing on your tank. So let's say it's turn 1, okay? Turn 1. You play nothing on your tank. You're like, yeah, I'm not going to play anything on my tank. You play Scarab Pincer on Doku, on your back bug. That's 1 energy. 2 cards, but 1 energy. So just 1 energy. This will be 0 energy. So you play Scarab Pincer. Or you just play Scarab. Just a single Scarab. Either or. Or just a single Pincer. Either or. But you have to play 1. You have to play at least 1 to get to chain. So turn 1, you play nothing on your plant. You play 1 of these cards on your bug. Then you play Garish Worm, Thorny, in that order. You'll do the 100 damage, you'll apply the poison, and you'll deal the 120 extra damage with Thorny because your opponent will be debuffed. And that's the combo. This is really good. Thorny, it's kind of a rare move. You don't really see a lot of Thornies, but it's really strong, especially on like a bug. On class is better because you get an extra boost in damage, but even on a plant, it's good because this guy's a little tanky, dude. 53 health. He actually has more health than your front line tank. So you got a tanky build here. Double heal, a stun, a disable, an anti-heal, a discard, a poison. You got some stuff. You got some stuff going on. Some wild teams. So, you know, it's pretty fun making these teams. I like making these teams. I hope everybody is enjoying these teams. And play, man. Just play, have fun. I've already have multiple people that already have 1,000 plus SLP. You guys are doing great. In just a few days, you're earning 1,000. I mean, what's it been, like a week? And you're already over 1,000 SLP. So you guys are doing great, man. Make sure you get the minimum 100 SLP a day. If you really play a lot, you can get 200 or more SLP a day. You can get 6,000 SLP a month. If you play, you really can. And what are we at? 3 cents? You know, I mean, I think that's going to 20 cents. But let's just see here. 0.03 times 6,000. You make it 180, dude. You know, hey, no problem, man. Thank you guys. Now we're gonna split this. I put it at 70-30. I also was thinking, like, you know, should I just do a 50-50 split until I get my money back? I can make more teams, but I'm not gonna change the rules. I told you guys 70-30, so I'm not gonna change the rules. But we could talk about it, you know, and maybe that's something, because if I get my money back, I can make more teams quicker. If I'm just getting 30%, it's gonna take me longer. But I'm not just going to change anything on people. You know, this is what I put in the Discord, 70-30 split. I'm going to stick to it. But remember, there's going to be fees too, you know, depending on how high the gas is. And the gas, well, it went down yesterday, and I was able to make some breeds. So 36 it's kind of low. It's kind of low right now, but you're going to have to pay the fees, because when you cash out your SLP, I'm just going to take the SLP. I'm not cashing my SLP out. If you want to cash, I'll give you SLP. And I got to do that too. I got to go over how to set up a MetaMask for those of you who don't have a MetaMask and don't know how to do it. So I'm going to make a video on that, how to create a MetaMask account. But for the SLP, I'm not cashing out my SLP. So when I get my cut of your SLP, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my SLP. I'm not turning it into Ethereum at 5,900 Vitalics. That's way too low. I'm waiting for it to go to at least 20 cents. But if you want to, I will give you Ethereum. I will convert it on Uniswap. It's very easy. And I'll do that for you. But you're just going to have to pay the fee. That's all. So keep that in mind. And you know, when the gas is low, I'll wait. It's up to you. You know, we talk. It's a trust situation. You know, I'm trusting you to not multi-account, to not have multiple scholarships, to be honest, to log in, to play, and do your daily every day. And you're trusting me that I'm going to pay your ass. So it's a trust. You know, we're kind of creating these relationships where don't fuck me and I'm not going to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm sure there's bad eggs, there's bad apples, there's people that are going to be taking advantage or trying to take advantage. But that'll all get weeded out. And once I find somebody that's good, like I already feel like I already have found a few people. There's already a few people that I'm like, yo, these guys are fucking good, man. Like, it seems like these guys are good people. They're earning, they're honest. Like the dude Mike, for example, right? I gave Mike a team and he was playing, and then he was like, bro, I got money. I bought my own team. I don't need this team anymore. Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have kept the team, scammed, had 2 accounts, cheating, and got one of the accounts banned. You know what I'm saying? But he was honest. So that goes a long way, dude. So I'm like, yo, that guy has my respect. You know, he was really good. So what did I do? He told me, he was like, hey, I have a friend who wants a scholarship. He's been looking for a scholarship. So what did I do? I turned around and I gave that guy a scholarship. So it's things like that that go a long way, you know? So now I'm like, okay, we built up a little bit of rapport. We built up a little bit of trust. And I'm like, all right, this dude seems like a good dude. So stuff like that. And I already sense that I have a few good people already just grinding, and it seems like they could be honest. And yeah, that's right. SA, man, it's all about trust, dude. So, and it's hard to trust over the internet because you don't know me, I don't know you. We're just out here, everybody's trying to make a buck. We're all trying to make money, so we don't know each other. So it is hard to trust, but over time we could get that trust up. And that's why I say, you know, thank you for your patience. Just wait it out. I'll make more teams once I get more money. And because right now I had 2 ETH. I mean, I had 2 Ethereum. And it's all in here, dude. It's all in these 10 teams. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My 2 Ethereum is in these 10 teams, and you guys are playing it, man. So enjoy it, have fun. Once I start seeing funds come in, I'll consider making new teams. And that's the way it goes. Now, I know there's a lot of scholarships out there. If somebody finds a scholarship, that's cool, man, but don't try to hop in my scholarship when you already have another scholarship. You're just wasting your time. Like I said, any SLP that you earn will be lost. You'll lose it. The account will get banned. You'll lose all the SLP if you're multi-account, so don't do that. All right, well, that's going to be it for this Wednesday edition of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Hope everybody has a great day. And thank you all for joining the scholarship, joining the Discord, and having patience. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Later.